feel after that?
Well, you never feel good when you lose, that's for sure. We had opportunities early in the game, and we just seemed to not make it a game because we didn't capitalize on those things. But, we gave them, I thought, 3 penalties, gave them third down conversion penalties. Then we stopped them 3 times, after that. So, we just didn't do it. Then the play that really hurt us, we had a lineman and a receiver break it on the interception in the end zone. Would have made it 14-10 with 2 minutes to go in the half. That probably changes everything too. Momentum changes the way the game, keeps going. But, there were some positive things. We just didn't do enough good things to win the game. And we said the turnover ratio is what is the most important thing. And when you're 0 for 3 in that, you got very limited chance of winning the game.
Now, it seemed like a lot of it was just mental mistakes. Some of it was.
I thought the one, we do simple things that we do every day out here that the guys, we call it the fog of war. They go after doing it right 100 times. The first time you do it in the game, they don't do it what they're supposed to do, and that's frustrating. But it's football and it's young kids, and you've got to get all that corrected if you want to win a game.
After watching film, what do you think about Garrett's performance? And
I know he did a lot of good things. I was happy with it. To throw the ball 60 times with a young offensive lineman, you can say what you want. The O-line played good, but some of that was Garrett too, knowing where to go with the ball quickly. When he got pressured, he knew where to go with it, and he threw it away when he knew to throw it away. And the third down conversions were 12 out of 20 or whatever it was, is because he didn't take sacks. And you still leave yourself a chance if it's not 3rd and 18 or 3rd and 20. If it's 3rd and inside of 10, you leave yourself a chance to convert. And that's what he did. And so he did a lot of positive things. I'm pleased with where he's at. And he hadn't played in a year and a half, so you're going to have some things that come up in the game that he wishes he did differently. But that's how life is,
You said after the game that you called a lot of very quick passes to get the ball out. Now that you've seen the way Garrett reacts and makes some of those quick decisions to avoid sacks, is that something you taper back?
We've got to make big plays. The bottom line is if you can make more explosive plays than the other team and win the takeaway thing, you're going to win all your games. And when we've done that over the last 7 or 8 years as an offense and team, that holds up. And they made more 10-yard runs and more 12-yard passing games than we made. And so you got 92 plays, but your per attempt got to go up better. So to answer your question, yeah, we got to make some plays down the field.
Peter, did you expect him to get more playing time or anything?
He's just done a good job in practice, and he's done a good job in the game, just like he does in practice. You throw the ball around him, he makes a catch. And that's how he was in high school. That's why we took a chance on him, because he's not a 4-4 guy, but he makes plays, and he did that again in a Division I game. So to answer your question, yes, he'll certainly give it consideration to get in a little bit more.
Overall, how did you feel about the offensive line's performance?
I thought they played above what I was anticipating. Yeah, they played much better. Brian Collins played very well. I thought the center played well. Gottschalk, well, we played good. Jordan Free played good. We're going to have a real test this week. I think this Stephen F. Austin's defensive line might be one of the better ones we've faced since I've been here. And they've had 4 or 5 years of the same coach, so they're very well coached on defense. So this week we'll get tested. I think Baylor had some good guys, but I think Stephen F. Austin may be better than Baylor's defensive line.
You switched punters during the game after Hover had already averaged 45-something yards per punt. What led to the change?
Well, we got to see if 99 can do it in a game. He does it in practice all the time, but during the game is different than during the practice, and so we had an opportunity to do that, so we did it.
What do you think of the defensive backfield? I know that Baylor's receivers are faster than most, but how did you think they performed?
I thought Ack played very well. I thought Chris Parks played good. He got beat late, but he was he was in there cramping and tired. I thought we had some busts in the secondary. we didn't do, you know, what we were supposed to do in some other areas, but I thought the corners played okay.
Sorry for the elemental question here, but on the linebackers or back, it seemed to have hurt you guys twice there. Where you had a linebacker back in coverage. Was that a breakdown, or was that what he was supposed to do?
We had a breakdown, and we also somebody was supposed to be covering him up, and we didn't cover him up. So yes, to answer your question, he wasn't really where he was supposed to be, but there was supposed to be another guy and he wasn't there.
Any injuries you can update us on?
No, I don't want to talk about the injuries situation. So you guys don't either.
Do you need to shuffle anything on the offensive line?
It looks like Gottschalk is running today, so I think we'll be okay. But you know, we'll practice as if he's not going to play, and then if he does, that's a plus.
And if he doesn't play, would you be comfortable with Dewey or Christian Weeks?
That's what we got to do. We're comfortable with it. We didn't give up a sack with them in there, so that's what we got to do.
I'm going to ask one actually. I looked at SMU stats. Of course, we talked about it last Friday. What did you see from them on tape as an offense?
Offense, they're similar concepts to what we do. They have kind of gone to the pistol instead of the shotgun, which changes a couple things. But they're 4 wideouts and 3 eyes, mainly, mostly all the time. They don't run a lot of empty, although we'll prepare for it. This team's always seem to do a little bit of that with no backs. But their quarterback's accurate. He's better than the quarterback that played against us 3 or 4 years ago. And they got some big receivers, 6'3" guys that can run a little bit. So.
Anything else, Pat?
Having a short week, how does that affect?
Well, what we did was Stephen F. runs a lot of the same defensive concepts as Baylor does, and their offense is like our offense. So normally today would be a day where we play an hour on SFA's game plan stuff, but we felt like because we got so much of that already from the last 3 weeks that we just got a lift, go over the tapes, and so tomorrow will be a Wednesday, so we're just going to take one day short.